Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well, and if you're not doing well, that's okay too, just know that it's temporary. So if you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Tristan, and I'm a certified and professional astrologer. Now, I am so excited about today's video because today we are talking about the energy of Gemini. Now, y'all better know this, but if you don't know, I am a Gemini! So, I am so excited to talk about this zodiac sign, simply because I am a Gemini, so I know a lot about this energy. So it's important to know that we are more than one sign. We have a sun sign, a moon sign, a rising sign, etc. No matter who you are and what your zodiac sign is, we all have Gemini in our charts. We have all the zodiac signs in our charts. So, this video will be helpful if your sun is in Gemini, your moon, your rising, or even your Mars, Mercury, Venus, or MC. And also it's important to know that a Gemini sun is different than a Gemini moon and different than a Gemini rising and etc. But they will all have that Gemini energy. They will just display it differently. Because although I'm a Gemini, because I was born on May 30th, I'm also a Scorpio moon and Aquarius rising, so there's a lot more to me than just Gemini, as it is for everyone else. And of course, if you'd like to book a one-on-one private astrology birth chart reading with me, you can register online at www.tristansky.com. I will need your birthday, birth time, birthplace, and it's a 1-hour session through Zoom, and I will gladly read your birth chart. So without further ado, let's talk about Gemini. So to understand the zodiac signs, I'm going to talk about the basic traits to this sign. Now, each sign has an element, either earth, air, fire, or water, and Gemini is an air sign. Gemini has a high-spirited, a lively, energetic, exciting energy. Gemini loves fun and games and is considered the jokester or the jester of the zodiac. There's a lot of silliness and playfulness to Gemini. Now, because Gemini is an air sign and air energy lives in the clouds, it's up here, Gemini is an extremely cerebral, mental sign. Gemini lives in the head, in the brain. Gemini is always thinking. One of the most beautiful qualities about Gemini is their quickness, the mental sharpness. Gemini is brilliant. They are able to think very quickly. They are also very witty. They can think of a joke really quickly. Gemini, let's say you're having a conversation with the Gemini, they already have an answer to your question and they're already on to the next sentence. Gemini is always looking into the future. They have a really quick and agile mind that they can just ding 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 into a conversation. Because of the cerebral mind, Gemini loves to learn. Gemini is always learning. Gemini also loves to teach. Gemini is obsessed with knowledge. Gemini wants to learn. So because the Gemini is so airy, Gemini is always filled with fun facts, you know, little tidbits of information, always coming up with new ideas, and is always thirsty for knowledge and information. Gemini is also the communicator, an extreme conversationalist. Because they're always in their head, they also like to bounce ideas off other people. There's a big sense of collaboration with Gemini. They like to talk to other people and converse, specifically if it stimulates the mind. They like to ask people questions and learn about other people, ask about other people's opinions. What's interesting is that Gemini really values other people's thoughts and other people's opinions, and Gemini is shaped by other people's thoughts, okay? So if someone says that Gemini is beautiful, well then Gemini will think that they're beautiful. Words of affirmation are important to Gemini, and Gemini is really shaped by other people's thoughts and opinions. Every single zodiac sign is either stereotypically masculine or feminine, or you can also say yin or yang. I use them both interchangeably. Ooh, it's airy in here, I love it. Now, Gemini is a yang/masculine sign, simply because Gemini is not the most sensitive, most emotional, most caring. Gemini is mental and cerebral, is thinking. Gemini doesn't like anything too sticky and warm, like not really into the Cancer, the Scorpio, nothing too wet and emotional. Gemini just wants to talk and think, okay? What's interesting though is that although Gemini may not be the most emotional sign, they are really good at understanding emotions and almost going about emotions in a practical, logical way. So with that, a lot of people go to Geminis for advice because Geminis can be very logical and practical with the information. So they may not be an emotional person, but they'll be able to describe emotions well. Now there is a quality to all the zodiac signs. Each sign is either mutable, fixed, or cardinal. Now Gemini is a mutable sign. Gemini lives with their head in the clouds, absolutely. The mutable nature makes Gemini extremely scattered and all over the place. They're thinking of this, and then they're thinking of this, but then they're talking to you, but then they're also making dinner, and then they can do so many things at once, which is a really cool thing. Gemini's multifaceted, multitasking, but they are just head in the clouds and they are all over the place. But because of this, Gemini is extremely adaptable to new situations. If plans change, Gemini is totally okay with that. Gemini is so movable, being a mutable air sign. So let's say we're doing this, but then we're doing this, Gemini will follow the wind wherever the wind takes them. And although Gemini is an extremely intellectual sign and kind of likes to debate and likes to ask questions, they are not fixed in opinions, okay? It's easy to talk with a Gemini because they will gladly, you know, listen to what you have to say and change ideas and change stances. They're very changeable, Gemini. Also, Gemini lacks commitments, okay? They are known as the jack of all trades, extremely versatile. They will do this and then they will this. They will take up piano and then take up boxing and then want to be a superstar but then want to be a businessman. Gemini wants to do everything all the time. Because of that, Gemini lacks commitment, you know. The Scorpios and the Tauruses are very narrow-minded, okay, and very loyal, and they will stick to one job for the rest of their life. Gemini switches ideas every 10 seconds, okay? This also happens with lovers, okay? With a lot of, let's say you have a lot of Gemini in your traits, you might not be the most committed, I'm sorry. As a Gemini myself, I know we get bored very easily. We like to switch things up all the time, so there's a huge lack of a commitment to Gemini. Also, Gemini is very cerebral, like I said, loves to learn. They tend to just skim through the information of like the superficial stuff, okay? They may not go really deep into things. They'll just skip through the first few pages. Because of that, Gemini seems so well-rounded and so knowledgeable. Geminis tend to make a really good first impression, okay? Because of the superficialness that they have. So Gemini might be so buzzy with information, but they may lack depth, or they may lack mastery in a certain subject. So each zodiac sign is also ruled by a planet, and basically that sign kind of takes on that planet's energy. Now Gemini is ruled by Mercury alongside Virgo, but Mercury is known as the communicator of the gods, the messenger of the gods. And as we know, Gemini loves to talk and loves to think. Gemini is so clever, so expressive. Gemini really loves to express how they feel. The Mercury energy also gives Gemini a nervous energy. Gemini is not very stable and grounded like Capricorn or Taurus. Gemini is very movable and very nervous and can be very anxious, and they're always overthinking, right? Virgo can also be quite anxious. But with that nervous energy, there's also a liveliness and a funness to Gemini that can make them very charming and sparkly. If you have a Gemini in your life or a Gemini child, piece of advice, it is so important that you allow them to process information, allow them to talk, allow them to think. Gemini lives up here, okay? They sometimes need to vent, okay? They need to unclog what's going on in their head. They need to talk about their issues. They need to talk about how their day went. Gemini must speak. Gemini must think. If you have a Gemini who's being very quiet, you know something is wrong. So every zodiac sign has a symbol that it represents, and Gemini is the twins. There's like a duality to Gemini. They're more than just one, okay? Hear me out. They process information like there's two people in their head. They bounce ideas off each other in their heads. It's kind of like the twins. As they like to bounce ideas off of other people and collaborate, they'll do it with themselves and just think. And sometimes, Gemini, being two, they're in the yes and then they're in the no, sometimes at the same time, okay? If they want to stay in, but they want to travel. You know, they want to wear red, but they want to wear blue. They're admitting that they're wrong, but they think that they're right. They're in love with you, but they're mad at you. Gemini has a hand in two pots. Also, because of that, Gemini is indecisive and changes minds easily. You give them a decision, they may not know what to think, or they'll say one thing and then they'll change their mind and say the next thing. So there's a huge twin thing to Gemini, and there's the multiple, okay? Now, one of the most negative qualities that we hear about Gemini is that they're two-faced. And I am going to say that Gemini is misunderstood as a Gemini myself, and that they're not necessarily two-faced, they just change emotions quickly, okay? And in the way they're not being fake, I feel like they're always themselves, they're just extremely adaptable and quick to change. Before leaving the house, they were grumpy and upset, and as soon as you open the door, they're smiling and laughing, but they just switched very quickly, okay? Also though, there is a frivolous and airy and talkative energy to Gemini. Like I said, they look at the surface of things, so they can be superficial. I see this mostly with Gemini women, love you all, but Gemini women, it's very like, oh my god, like da-da-da-da, like da-da-da-ba-da. Honestly, I'm like that too. Gemini is just so talkative. Gemini also talks with their hands all the time. Gemini is ruled by the arms, the lungs, and the hands. You can spot a Gemini, like a Gemini Sun, a Gemini Rising, or Gemini MC if they're talking with their hands. It's very, very Gemini. Donald Trump's a Gemini. Blah, blah, blah. So yes, there's a superficial, you know, girl talk thing to Gemini, but because of that, you kind of want them at your party. You want to bring Gemini to a dinner date, to a lunch date, because they'll really bring exciting stories and news, and they're just so much fun to have around. But yes, like right now, like I am such a Gemini right now. Ooh! Okay, so those are the basic qualities of Gemini. Now let's talk about the good and bad. Firstly, what I love about Gemini is that they're curious. They are the most curious zodiac sign possible. One thing is that they're curious about people, okay? They want to know about you, and that can make people feel really like good, you know? People can feel really like cared for if a Gemini is asking questions and Gemini is curious as to how they are. Also, Gemini is so curious to try new things. You know, if you're hiking, okay, and you're always going on the same hiking trail, but then there's a new hiking trail that you've never been on, Gemini wants to try it out, okay? Gemini is so curious and down for everything. I think of Alice in Wonderland as a Gemini. She was so curious and so adventurous and so intellectual. Alice in Wonderland is a Gemini. Gemini is also so charming and expansive. They will talk to you and they really love to socialize. And honestly, Geminis are so exciting, okay? You never know what Gemini is going to do. They bring an unpredictability energy, spontaneous, they're fun, they're talkative. There's a sense of danger to Gemini. I read a really funny like astrology quote that said, one Gemini in your life is so much fun, but two Geminis can be too much, and I think that's so funny. But we all need to have a Gemini friend in our life. They bring so much excitement and joy. Gemini is also playful and whimsical. They really have a breath of fresh air. Let's say something is very deep or sad or depressive. Gemini can really lighten the mood up with their playful, joyous, young, sparkly energy. Gemini is also quite skillful. They can be very strategic in the way they move through life, and because of that they can be very skillful around people, around jobs, around tasks. They use their mind a lot. How should I do this? How should I go about this? How do I text this person? How should I talk to this person? How do I get this job? They are very skillful and strategic. So now let's talk about the negative qualities to Gemini, and for some reason I seem to have a lot to talk about. So Geminis, I love you, I am one, but we got some bad traits. The first one is Gemini can be very fickle and frivolous, okay? They may not be the most serious. They're off playing games and doing their own thing, so they can be quite annoying because they may not bring depth to when depth is needed. They kind of just want to be fun. Like I said, Gemini is superficial and can come across as being dumb. Gemini looks so airy. Like, I think of the dumb blonde, which is bad to say, but they come across as the dumb blonde, which, you know, isn't true. Gemini is actually so smart. Gemini is so always thinking and is really so brilliant, but they come across as being dumb. Like I said, Gemini is really inconsistent and unreliable. They get bored easily. They love variety. They love options. They love change. So they may not be there for you when you need them. They can say yes to making plans for you, and then 10 minutes later they'll say no, and then they'll ditch you. Gemini is known for ghosting people. Gemini is really easily influenced by other people. Being an air sign that's mutable, you know, they really are so open to other people's ideas and other people's opinions. They're very, very open that they can be very influenced by others to do the wrong thing. Gemini is so nosy and so gossipy. Like I said, Gemini will bring a lot of fun facts and a lot of good information to the table, but oh my gosh, they're so nosy and they love to gossip. They like to drink their tea and sip tea and spill tea. Again, Gemini is so nervous that it can make other people uncomfortable. As a Gemini, I've realized that Gemini should not be drinking caffeine. We shouldn't be taking too many stimulants, and we need to eat grounding food like potatoes and apples, just because Gemini is so nervous, okay? The nervous system of a Gemini is intense. Also, when Gemini is upset, they can be very sarcastic. And one of the most noticeable Gemini traits is that they are scattered and flighty and all over the place. They are just in the clouds, okay? Oh my god, Mary-Kate and Ashley are Geminis, and they're twins. Let's just say that, okay? And move on. So Marilyn Monroe is a Gemini, and you can see in all the parts she played, she always played the dumb blonde. It's just so Gemini. Do you know what I mean? She has that stereotypical superficial energy in the character she played, but she's just so sparkly and so charming. Angelina Jolie is a Gemini, and she's a smart woman, very cerebral and sparkly, but you can see that she probably got bored very easily. She had so many marriages, she has so many children, she kind of has like a chaotic, very frivolous Gemini life. Michael Cera, I think that's his name, he's a Gemini, and I think that's so funny. He's always in his thoughts. He seems so cerebral and awkward and nervous. Total Gemini vibes. Naomi Campbell is a Gemini, and I get like strong gossipy vibes from her. She seems to be a very quick-witted Gemini, but again, she has that sparkle, charming attractiveness. Heidi Klum is so talkative. She's so lively and silly. She's like a joker, so sparkly. She is a total Gemini. Mel B is so witty, so good with her words, also talking with her hands, total Gemini. Donald Trump is a Gemini, and he's just so scattered, so all over the place. Kanye West is a Gemini, and he's such a Gemini. He loves to talk, such a thinker, so all over the place, so scattered, total Gemini. Chris Evans is a Gemini, and he's such a smooth talker. He's so charming. He has that little sparkle in his eyes. James Charles is a Gemini, and he's a total Gemini. Oh my god, he is just the center of gossip. He is so talkative. He doesn't stop talking, just blah 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 blah. Total Gemini. And there's something mischievous about him. Yet again, he's sparkly. He has that lively, energetic Gemini vibe. And lastly, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp seems like a jack of all trades. He has that mutable energy where he plays so many different parts. He does so many different things. There's so much variety to Johnny Depp. He's also very funny and very witty. I'm also going to talk about the matches to Gemini real quickly. So the perfect matches for Gemini are Libra, Aquarius, and Leo, but they also get along great with Aries and other Geminis. The polar opposite to Gemini is Sagittarius, because Gemini is so into little bits of information, fun facts, and you know, they like to skim the surface of things, and Sagittarius is all about higher learning, more global, more open. Medium matched. The worst matches for Gemini are Capricorn and Scorpio. Scorpio is so deep and moody and gloomy, and Gemini's fun and frivolous and playful. And Capricorn can be very serious, practically minded, and likes to follow tradition, and Gemini It's just too much fun for Capricorn. So everyone, thank you so much for watching my Gemini video. All my Geminis, my gosh, I love you so much. It is our time. Oh my god, we are amazing. Learning about Gemini is what made me fall in love with astrology. So to all my Geminis, we are beautiful and amazing people. I love you so much. A world without Geminis would be so boring. My gosh. Stay grounded and keep connecting with your hearts. I love you all. Goodbye.